Hello there, this is Xbox Ahoy, and this is episode 17 of my Modern Warfare 2 weapon guides. This time around, it's the Scar H, the third available assault rifle. The Scar H is a fully automatic weapon and locked at level 8. The Scar, or Special Forces Combat Assault Rifle, was developed by Belgian Fabrique Nationale de Herstale for the US Special Operations Command. Intended as a potential replacement for the M16 derived rifles currently in service, the Scar first entered testing in 2007. The Scar H is not technically an assault rifle at all. As it fires a full-sized rifle cartridge, it is more accurately described as a battle rifle. The Scar L is the assault rifle variant, firing the NATO 5.56mm intermediate cartridge. The Scar H, however, fires the more powerful 7.62 by 51mm NATO rifle round. The Scar H is one of 3 high-powered assault rifles that do 40 damage at close range and 30 long range, the other 2 being the TAR-21 and the AK-47. The only assault rifle that does more damage than these 3 is the FAL. The Scar H then is a powerful weapon, and it's coupled with high accuracy, minimal recoil and good iron sights. The only real downside are the small magazines, just 20 rounds, and the limited total supply, just 3 magazines, unless you use Scavenger Pro. The underslung grenade launcher and shotgun are available for the Scar, suitable for a grenadier class or as a close quarters backup with the shotgun. The underslung weapons can be a useful counter to the lack of primary ammunition, although unfortunately the shotgun isn't particularly effective in core. The iron sights are easy to use on the Scar, but optics can be a good choice as they will improve your overall sight picture by allowing a clearer view on and around your target. The red dot sight was my preferred choice, allowing a better view of the target at range. An unsilenced Scar with stopping power will be a 2-hit kill out to middle ranges, and the red dot does assist slightly in quickly acquiring targets and making your shots count. The holographic sight is the same, although I do tend to prefer the red dot sight for weapons effective at longer range. The holographic does confer some advantages to certain weapons, but this is not the case with the Scar H. The Acog I found to be surprisingly effective, giving you a zoom advantage over longer ranges. Useful for picking out distant snipers before they get a chance to spot you. Perceived recoil is increased, and you will be less effective in close quarters, but it's quite possible to be competitive with this setup. The thermal is similar, although I don't like the reduced definition for an assault class. It's more suited to a stealthy role. In any case, you lose peripheral vision, so if you're after a telescopic sight, I'd go with the Acog instead. If you prefer not to tackle your foes head-on, but instead strike unseen from the flank, the silencer is probably your best option. You lose the ability to compete with unsilenced assault rifles at range, but you still have a potent weapon, particularly up close. You can pair it with cold-blooded this way if you're after an even stealthier approach, but bear in mind you won't be able to kill as quickly, so remaining unseen is vitally important. If you're used to the iron sights and want to go aggressive, there are a couple of good choices for you. The heartbeat sensor is as you'd expect, useful at times but not 100% reliable due to the prevalence of Ninja. It's useful in certain game modes though, so if it suits your needs then use it. FMJ helps when shooting at enemies behind cover, as you'll likely score kills where without FMJ the enemy may have otherwise evaded your fire. FMJ is a favourite attachment of mine, as it's one that is passive but works to secure extra kills in certain situations. The low ammunition count of the Scar H does prevent spraying too many bullets through walls, however. Extended magazines address this critical flaw of the Scar by giving you 50% more in the magazine. While reloads with the 20-round mag are usually painless enough, having an additional 10 rounds at your disposal can sometimes make the difference. I tend to use the red dot sight most often with the Scar H, but the silencer, Acog, FMJ or extended mags would also be a good choice. In all honesty, there aren't many possible setups with the Scar that are unusable or ineffective. Scavenger Pro is one thing that is essential with the Scar, unless you have a secondary weapon you're happy to fall back on. Even so, you'll burn through ammunition very quickly, so Scavenger can be very useful. Using Scavenger instead of sleight of hand does mean you'll spend more time reloading. The standard 20-round magazine is quickly expended. If you're after kills, stopping power is always your best option, and the Scar is no exception. However, the high power of the Scar means you'll still kill relatively quickly without, so if you want to take a stealthy approach, cold-blooded with a silencer can be a very viable option. If you're after easier kill streaks, hardline could be an option too, but without stopping power you will suffer in a straight firefight. Ninja Pro is probably the best option as far as your third pack is concerned, as silent footsteps both hide your acoustic signature and assist in hearing your enemies. If you use a headset and plan on moving about near your enemies, there's little other sensible choice. Steady aim will assist with the Scar at close range, allowing you to more reliably kill your enemy in close quarters without raising the weapon to aim. It's not a perfect close quarter weapon in those circumstances, but it might give you the edge against an SMG or shotgun user. If in doubt, Scavenger, stopping power and Ninja are usually the most effective combination with this Scar H, and I had no trouble competing with an aggressive playstyle with this setup. If you can aim, spot enemies at a distance, and maintain an awareness of anyone attempting to flank you, there's not much else outside of the assault rifle category that can compete with the Scar. It's a very effective weapon in the right hands, and is deadly in an aggressive assault role, capable of competing effectively at nearly all ranges. Until you run out of ammunition at least, the Scar H is a force to be reckoned with. Thank you for watching. This has been Xbox Ahoy. Next time I'll be covering the M93 Rafika. Until then, farewell.